me, Renee. I'm back. So I decided to do a Meg Cabot author spotlight. I already did one author spotlight on Marion Curley. This time I decided to do one for Meg Cabot. Meg Cabot. Names and words. Anyhow, so Meg Cabot is probably most known as being the author behind Princess Diaries. You've probably heard of it, or if you didn't, you probably heard of the movies. Two movies starring Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews. I saw the movie when I was a kid, like young, and then I read the Princess Diaries series when I was in middle grade. I was recommended by a friend. I was never a huge fan of the movies, so when I read the series, I was like, okay, this is very good. So the book series I was much more a fan of than this movies really. The movies, I can see them, but they're not like the best. The book series is pretty damn good. I actually did a reread of it this year, and yeah, it's not perfect in hindsight. Like the first few books are a bit slow and are really well fitted for the age group, like 13, 14-year-olds. If you're 27, they're not that great. They're still good. So yeah, the Princess Diaries series is her most known series. It has 10 books, in it, and there's some novellas. There's two movies, a rumored third movie, and actually, you recently came out with a standalone sequel adult book. So this is just one book with Mia as an adult, and then you also have a standalone a spin-off series, middle grade series. This one, and this one actually has, I can show you. It actually has some illustrations here and there, which actually Meg Cabot did herself. It's quite fun. She wrote it and did the illustrations. That's fun. So yeah, that's her most famous series, The Princess Diaries. If you haven't heard of The Princess Diaries, which who hasn't? But if you haven't, you might have heard of the mediator by Meg Cabot also. Well, it's a Meg Cabot video. This one is a series of 6 books where the protagonist can see ghosts. So like in the ghost, and same as in Ghost Whisperer, she has to help them move on to the other side. But the protagonist in this one is more sassy than the Ghost Whisperers. And it also takes place in high school. It's a YA series, 6 books, and not spoiler, she ends up falling in love with a ghost. So yeah, that's complicated. But Jesse, he is very cute. Highly recommend the series. It's very good. 6-book series, and this one actually also has one novella, and it actually also has one standalone adult spin-off book. That adult spin-off book wasn't all that. This main series, so good. Yeah, so that's her most famous series, The Princess Diaries and the Mediator. But she actually has written tons more. It would kind of, and also she's written a lot of different stuff. Really, it would kind of be hard to. It would be easier to tell you what she hasn't written than what she has, because she's written historical, she's written retellings of Greek myths, she's written contemporaries, she's written mystery books, she's written science fiction. She has retellings of Arthur, from the Kings of the Round Table. So she's written more or less everything. What she hasn't not really written a spy book, but a spy story. And other than that, she has written everything really. There's something for everyone if you want to try and make a book really. Her contemporary books are more or less always books where the protagonist is the only girl in a male world, like all her siblings are brothers, and she's surrounded by boys. And she's very self-conscious and has low self-esteem, but she's very nice and cute, and it's like kind of blandish, but blandish in a way like you can really relate to her. At least I could. So that's the protagonist I usually have in her contemporary series. So if you like that type of protagonist, you can try that one. And her supernatural series, her supernatural books, fantasy books, they usually have a sassy character, a sassy and full of confidence character. So that's the other spectrum, really. So you have both of those. All of her books actually are HEA, so happily ever afters. So if you need something very funny and you know will end well, pick her books. And as I said in an earlier video, her books are very comfortable. They're predictable. All of them are predictable in some ways. They're not like, oh my god, I can predict every line and every character and everything. You can't predict everything, but you can predict a lot of stuff in them. But they're still predictable in a good way. They're predictable, very good. But it's not like the story starts and can go to left or right or straight ahead, and then straight ahead is predictable and left is something completely un un unthinkable. And she goes straight ahead. It's not like, oh my god, this book is boring. It's like a straight ahead nice way. It's a nice. It's a straight ahead way with nice scenery. Really, it's done predictable, done right. Please. Is it? I have some notes here. She also has blah 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 blah. Yeah, and she actually it's kind of fun. I think maybe 5, maybe 10 years ago, the mayor in her hometown in Indiana actually made July 1st Meg Cabot Day. So she actually has a day that's kind of like the official Meg Cabot Day. So that's kind of fun. At least I think so. So July 1st, you should try to read Meg Cabot books or daydream about Meg Cabot characters, or maybe watch the Princess Diary movie if you want to. Actually, talking about movies, it's kind of fun. At one point in the 2000s, because she's written tons of books during 2000s, she wrote like 1 or 2 or 3 books in 1990s. But that was actually most of her doing her pen name. Then she was writing under Patricia Cabot or Megan Cabot. She started writing as herself, Meg Cabot, in the 2000s, and she's written all the stuff ever since that. Then really, she's from 2000 to 2005. She like wrote tons and tons of books. But anyway, at one point, I think it was 2005 or 6, you could actually go to a web page and see uh, her books that said like news and click on it, and then it had like a area where it said movie stuff, and like actually half of her books actually were optioned to be movies. So like a lot of stuff was potentially becoming a movie, and then of course a lot of it didn't. When Lightning Strikes, one of her science fiction series, it got one TV series season. It was panned both by critics and by viewers. Of course, it just got one season, and it wasn't a good adaptation anyway. It was just bad all over. I haven't seen it. Don't really think I will. She actually got adaptation of her Arthurian legend book Avalon High, which became a Disney movie in 2010, 11, I think. And that was good. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't that good either, really. Uh, and yeah, she had those two, and then she had, the Princess Diaries movies from 2000s. And other than that, nothing really happened. A lot of them were optioned. Some had people attached. At one point, Kristen Bell was attached to star in Queen of Babel. That never happened. And All American Girl was supposed to happen. that never happened. So yeah, it's kind of sad as a Meg Cabot fan that nothing of that happened. But I can still cross my fingers, still hoping something can happen, really. And she also has a blog, which she used to update more or less all time. She doesn't update that much now, but she updates pretty much pretty monthly or more or less monthly, where she vlogs about her cats, her life, her upcoming books, what she's been seeing on TV, etc. Books she recommends. So yeah, different stuff. And actually, it's kind of fun. She actually wrote, I think it was 2015 or something. She actually started a blog by Mia Thermopolis, you know, the character from Princess Diaries. So she had her own blog where it was kind of the same time when Royal Wedding came out. So it's kind of a sort of thing to do with that. Marketing to do that. And she actually blogged about when when William and Kate got married, Mia blogged. So it's kind of fun. And Mia also gave out historical erotica, really, kind of. So that's kind of fun. Which when the money went to Greenpeace, so that's kind of fun. So if you still can find it in a bookstore, the money goes to Greenpeace. So that's pretty fun, really. Uh, and yeah, I think that's more or less it. Been 12 minutes now, but Meg Cabot, it's a lot to talk about her with her, really, I think. At least I think so. And upcoming, she actually has written some new books that's coming out this year, an adult contemporary, and she actually has a book she's writing for DC. No, sorry, I think it's actually a comic book for DC featuring Black Widow, Black Cat, blanking. But it's one of those characters that's been used already in the DC TV series, and I'll link it in a doobly-doo. I'll link some books in a doobly-doo. I won't link all of them because she's written, I think, more or less 60 books now. She's written a lot, a lot. But I'll link some of them, which I think you should check out in doobly-doo, and not the ones here because you already saw these ones. So I'll link the others. And yeah, I hope you check out Meg Cabot because she writes amazingly. Renee out.